Well, it's definitely not easy. That's as good a duo, I think, as anybody in the country is blessed to have that kind of front line. So they constantly come at you. We missed some opportunities to help, and I thought our physicality kind of at the point of where he was trying to catch wasn't where it needed to be. So that has to be better tomorrow.
What about offensively? They're really physical. They try to knock you out of spots. What's the key to fighting through that 40 minutes and getting to where you need to get to create good shots?
We actually had pretty good shots. Going back and watching it again this week, Trey had some looks that Trey normally makes, and we had a bunch of guys shoot it poorly on the same night and still put ourselves in a position to have a chance. So, we're going to have to make some shots. We got to keep them off the free throw line and, hopefully be aggressive enough going to the rim that we can get to the free throw line ourselves. We've always been one of the best in our whatever league we're in at not doing that. This team's done an incredible job of it. It proves you can play pretty good defense without fouling, as long as everybody's on the same page. The first half of the Seton Hall game was kind of an outlier. That was not the game, especially without Francisco, that we could have afforded a lot of foul trouble. But I was proud of the way we survived and got it to halftime with the lead, and were able to protect Trey so he could play the whole second half. Better, I think he's probably doubtful for tomorrow, but we'll see if he makes much improvement overnight.
It's always tough to win road games in any league, particularly big games, but it seems almost more difficult this year. Home teams, the top 4 teams are really holding serve, 27-0, I think, at home in big games played. Does it feel that way? Does it feel like it's more of a home court advantage somehow this year?
I mean, there's good teams, and when you have good teams in their building, they're hard to beat. And tomorrow's going to be a great game, and UConn at their best, I think, is one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the country. Certainly, the way they played against Marquette, they looked that way. We're going to have to show our mettle defensively from the jump. But I think if you have a good basketball team, usually that team wins most of their home games, and that's been maybe a little rare that the top 4 or 5 teams have done such a good job. But we still also have a ways to go. Well, I mean, the 4 teams that we lost to prior to that are all ranked in the top 25, so that's part of what's changed. But we played a good half of basketball against Seton Hall. Especially the last 10, 12 minutes of the game, we were really good on both ends of the floor. So, I think defense travels, and defense gave us a chance at Texas. The Xavier game was a shootout, and UConn, they've scored 69 points, so that's good enough to have a chance to win on the road. So, defense and rebounding you can take wherever. Sometimes you can't control whether shots are going in, but you can control that.
Even in a loss, it feels like that last time you guys played UConn was really like a turning point for the season. I guess, how would you summarize the stretch since then and the growth you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, we went into a difficult environment and took their best shot and then came back and took the lead the second half, and I think that was good for us to be able to respond like that. But we got better through the stretch where we lost 6 in a row, even though things were bad on the outside. I think within our program, we continue to move forward, and guys got a better understanding of the roles we're asking them to play. And they're really, a lot of guys are champions in their role right now. And we've got really good balance across that starting 5, and it makes us a tough team to defend, because where do you really, most teams you say, all right, we got to stop this guy or that guy. There's a couple of them. If we can slow them down, it really disrupts what they do. We have 5 guys that have been really, really consistent. Hopefully that continues.
Matt, what's made this year's UConn team different from what you guys saw last?
I think they're deeper. It's hard to imagine that they're more athletic, but they might be more athletic. And I think Jordan Hawkins went from someone that was a really good player to, in my mind, a first-round draft pick. He the way he runs off screens and stops on a dime and elevates and shoots it. They're just, most of the guys that can do that are in the NBA, and my guess is that's where he'll end up. So, and then they have elite. As we talked about earlier, their front line is incredible. Caravan's come in as a freshman, done a good job shooting the basketball, and then they're bringing they have some experience coming off the bench, guys that have played at other places that have really elevated their game here in this last stretch. So it's a pretty complete team. They're really good on. Their metrics are good on offense and defense, and like I said, when they're playing well, they're good enough to win it all.
The metrics will say this is your best defensive group during your time here. Does it feel that way? And I guess what's worked so well?
Yeah. I mean, it's the reason we've been able to get through a few tough shooting games and found a way to win. There's some length out there with Trey and Baylor and Art have really good length. R2 has improved from last year defensively. And Sharif's always been a good defender. Farabello's always in the right spot. And then you got Kalk in the back there. And then even when Fred comes in, Fred can protect the rim. Now he's still learning, and Mason's got good length off the bench. So, we have positional length and we have rim protection. And, anytime you have that and guys are willing to buy into it, you have a chance to be a pretty good defensive team.
Have you noticed his change since Devin?
Devin it's good for practice. The guys are happy to have him back. I think that's the main thing, and that he's doing well and back at practice every day. He's got some class conflicts that keeps him from getting here on time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's just good to have him back.
What's the value of having a guy with that much experience and know how one another keeps?
Yeah, Devin's blessed with the ability to just kind of watch a play and know where he's supposed to go. He doesn't need a bunch of reps when you're putting scout team stuff in. And so, he's able to do it himself, and he's also able to help direct the other guys as to where they're supposed to be. And that's a trait that's hard to teach.
Two more. After last game, Adama and Dan kind of were talking about they were inspired by some preseason quotes from Creighton. Is that something you're even aware of, that what happened afterwards? And is that
Yeah, I saw some of it. Yeah, Ryan Kalkbrenner is really a guy that stirs the pot. If you got to go there for motivation, then I mean, he's about as humble as kid as there is. So if that's where they got to go for motivation, so be it. We don't need it.
New hair for a big game?
Yeah, trying something new, trying to get a dub.
What you learned from that first matchup is about their defensive physicality and their, how much they want to knock you guys off your spots.
Yeah, they're just a very physical team. Coach Hurley does a good job getting them ready, getting them to be physical. They make it a tough, scrappy game, and we just got to take care of the ball. We obviously didn't do it last game, but I think we'll do a fine job of taking care of it. And once we do that, we'll be good.
Is that the biggest key to finding the shots you guys want to get?
Yeah, part of it. But I think our biggest key is just doing what we do offensively. And yeah, as long as we take care of the ball and do it, we're gonna get what we want offensively. Our flow's gonna start going, and we'll get the shots we wanted. We just missed them last game.
Offensively, how important is it to you guys to establish pace, even if you guys don't get a quick hitter right away, to make the defense get back, stop you, and then start flowing?
Yeah, it's super important. That's a big thing for us every game. I don't think it's been too great these last couple of games, but I think that's just what gets our offense flowing, and it wears teams out after a while. You start seeing it more in the second half. They just start messing up things in transition and messing up coverages. So if our pace is good, then our offense will probably be good.
And it feels like that first matchup with UConn was maybe a turning point for you guys. I guess what growth have you seen since then?
A lot of growth. Team chemistry's gotten a lot better. Togetherness has gotten a lot better. And I just feel like we're super locked in. We had those tough few games, but we're locked in. We know what we want to do. We want to win the Big East, and if we want to do that, we got to win these games at home.
Yeah, and you talked a lot about offense, but defense has been you guys calling hard during this winning streak. How has that come about to this extent?
Yeah, I think it's just been a process. Getting Kalk back and just really locking in on defensive end. We know that's what makes us great. Whenever we get stops, we have the ability to get out and run, play fast. So defense has been good, and if we want to keep winning these games, defense is going to have to continue to be good. Yeah, I think it's huge for us. It just allows us to keep guys in front of us. And keeping teams off the line is huge. When they can't make easy shots, see the ball go through the hoop, their confidence doesn't necessarily go up, and we're just allowed to play the game we want.
The top 14 in this league are 27-0 at home in Big East games. It's always tough to win in conference rookies. It seems tougher this year. Do you see that, and why do you think that might be?
I think all the top teams in the league just have great fan bases at home. This is a tough league to win on in the road, and teams know that they got to win these home games if they want to have chances to win the title. So everybody's just super locked in at home. The fans give you a little extra burst of energy, and it's just tough to win on the road.
Ryan, when you guys played UConn last, you got out of the half, and then you came out here like a 7-0 run.
Yeah.
What kind of adjustments did you guys make that helped you guys to pull back your back?
I'm not too sure exactly what adjustments we made, but probably just coming up with a better intensity in the half. Trying to play with pace and really defend. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably a little while ago, but I know we just got to come out hard tomorrow, and we'll see where the chips fall.
You changed the game out in Newark the last 15, 16 minutes. I mean, it really was a different type of game
Yeah.
down the stretch. What do you think?
I think it was our defense. At a certain point, we were trading baskets back and forth, and we just really locked in on the defensive end. Started getting stops, and like I said, when we get stops, our offense just starts flowing. We start getting open shots. Teams mess up coverages, so defense is super important. It's been important all year. It's part of the reason why we're doing so well right now, and it's got to continue if we want to keep winning.
2 more for Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a good dude, man. Everybody on the team loves him. He brings a certain energy to the group. That's an upbeat, joyful energy, and I think we all just feed off that, and it's great having him back. Yeah, for sure.
Was it boost you guys a little bit more, just seeing them come back and seeing them?
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it did. It just gave us a little extra boost of energy. Makes everybody kind of smile and get excited for the day when he's here. So it's been good. I don't know.
I just know that was a good day. I mean, that was a tough game for you guys, a good day for the scouts.
Yeah.
Did you notice that he brings a certain level of experience and intensity that makes it difficult to practice against, but makes the game team?
Yeah, he's just he's an older guy. He's in his 3rd year now. Been under the system for 2 years. Did a great job all last year as scout, and he's just continuing that this year. He's super intelligent, knows all the plays, knows what the coaches want on the defensive end in terms of disrupting us. So he does a great job at that, and we're super happy to have him back.
I'm curious, how does this feel with all us in front of you?
It's feel amazing. I'm kind of shy, so I'm not really used to this.
So I'm curious, now that you've had quite a sample size under you, what's it like back in Creighton? How do you feel like you've grown in that role as the years going on?
I feel like he helped me mature. Like, when he was sick and I came on the court, I just had to find myself to, like, always be there for my teammates and try to help them win no matter what, because Clark is not there to back them up.
Yeah, and obviously before last game, the bench hadn't scored in a couple games, but it feels like you guys are making progress in your own way. I guess what have you thought of the growth and development? What you speak for the bench in recent weeks?
Like I said, is we got to keep working hard and be able to, like, give the starters a break and, like, keep the same energy as the starting 5.
How do you feel like you've developed since the start of the season to at this point? Or what are just kind of just a couple of things where you feel like the game is growing?
I got way stronger, way faster. I'm better in the post, mostly better with everything right now. So I just got to keep growing.
How much pride do you take in the country and
It just shows that we're disciplined and we're going with whatever coach says. He said, don't foul as much, and it just shows. And I feel like other teams are being aggressive. That's where we come along without giving them a lot of fouls, less free throws for them.
Donald Sanogo had a big game last time. What makes him such a tough guard?
So he's just more experienced. than some of us, and that's all I got to say.
And with that being said, Kling and Baxter, so obviously their lineup is kind of tough to deal with. I guess how have you, since then, kind of found ways to maybe defend them better this time?
Keep them off the block, discouraged, close passes and stuff like that. Not much.
And it felt like that game was maybe like a turning point for the season. Would you maybe agree with that? And I guess what growth have you seen from the team overall since then?
Maybe it was, but we just was trying to find ourselves, and now that we're finding ourselves, we're on the road. We're ready for everything now. I can't wait. I love the fans. I love the people here, and we just got to keep climbing the ladder.